Your whole life you've been taught one thing: earn more. But here's what no one tells you. A $6,000 paycheck vanishes as fast as a $3,000 one. Same speed, same ending by the 28th of the month. You look at the grocery bag in your hand. Last month cost about the same. This month, it's 2 items lighter. The question was never how much you earn. The question is what happens to the money in the 60 seconds after it hits your account. This is how the 1% split every paycheck. From the beginning, the rule is one sentence. You cut every paycheck into 4 parts before it can vanish. Not whatever's left at the end of the month. The end of the month is never anything. You split it first, the moment the paycheck lands. 4 slots. Own, 20%. Shield, 20%. Live, 50%. Breathe, 10%. Each slot is a different job. You walk through them one at a time. The first slot is the one that works instead of you. The first 20% isn't for spending. It's for buying things that make money while you sleep. The simplest place to start is an index fund. You're not trying to guess which stock climbs. You buy a slice of the whole market and you leave it alone. Over the long run, that market has returned about 10% a year. 10% sounds small. You think that changes nothing. It changes everything. Not through the number, through time. Every dollar you don't put to work is a dollar working for someone else. This is Wes. He starts at 22. Every month he puts in $150. Not much. 1 meal out. This is Gil. Gil waits until 32 to start. To catch up, he puts in more. $250 a month. Both stop at 62. You add it up. Wes put in $72,000 total. Gil put in $90,000. Gil put in more. So Gil ends up ahead, right? No. At 10% a year, Wes's money becomes about $949,000. Gil's about $565,000. Wes put in $18,000 less and ended with merely $384,000 more. You look at the 2 columns. That gap isn't money. It's 10 years. Gil didn't lose because he gave less. Gil lost because he started late. That's why you start today. Even at $150. Waiting costs more than you think. But if you throw it all into the own slot, one bad morning wipes you out. The second slot keeps you in the game. 20% for a shield. Picture that morning. You're on your way to work. The transmission on the old truck dies. The mechanic writes up a quote. $1,900. Without a shield, you've got 2 options, and both are bad. Sell your assets while the market's down and take the loss. Or swipe the credit card and carry a high-interest debt on your back for a year. One bad day becomes one bad year, just for missing a cushion. Most people don't have an income problem. They have a stability problem. One surprise bill and it all falls down. With a shield, that morning is just a morning. You pay for the repair. The truck runs again. And next month, when the paycheck lands, you refill the exact $1,900 you pulled, like it never left. A shield should cover 4 to 6 months of your essentials. That's the margin for error you build into your life. Having a shield isn't enough. Store it wrong and it fails too. 3 rules. 1. You can reach it within 24 hours. Don't lock it in an account that penalizes you for early access. When trouble hits, you need speed, not a waiting period. 2. Zero risk. This isn't money you invest or gamble. No stocks, no crypto. because right when the emergency hits, the market might be red. 3. It still has to earn a little. Left in an account paying nothing, inflation gnaws it away. As of mid-2026, high-yield savings accounts pay around 4% a year, while the national average is 0.38. Same money, one grows, one sits still and waits for inflation to eat it. Your money should wait somewhere it still grows. The third slot feeds you, not your ego. 50%, and this is the ceiling. This is Trevor. On the surface, Trevor has it all. Designer shirt, expensive watch, a brand new SUV he leases and pays off every month. What people don't see is that Trevor's account holds $62, with a credit card maxed to the ceiling. Here's the part few people say. As of 2025, of every 10 Americans earning over $100,000 a year, nearly 4 still live paycheck to paycheck. A high salary doesn't save you. The ceiling saves you. Wealth isn't what people see. Wealth is what they don't see. To keep the slot under the ceiling, you aim at the two biggest money killers, housing and the car. Housing is usually the biggest cost, but it doesn't have to swell with your income. When the lease ends, you renegotiate the rent. A landlord would rather keep you than clean and list the place again. And the car. A brand new car on monthly payments is one of the fastest wealth-burning machines there is. You buy a thing that loses value every day just for a feeling. A reliable used car, past the worst of its depreciation until your income truly carries something nicer. Inside that ceiling, you need a way to decide, not willpower. Willpower disappears when you're tired. Every time you want something and you're not sure, you run it through a few questions. Is this an impulse buy? If it isn't, if it's something you've needed for a while, buy it. If it is, you use the 7-day rule. Stop for 7 days. 7 days later, ask if you still want it. Most of the time, the answer is no. The excitement cooled, and it was never important. If you still want it, ask again. Are you buying for the brand or the value? What's real value? A $40 pair of work boots you wear 300 times, about 13 cents a wear. A $220 pair of designer sneakers you wear 4 times, $55 a wear. The wealthy don't throw money at brands because they love the marketing. They think about cost per wear. Don't chase labels. Chase quality. It isn't being cheap, it's being deliberate. The last slot is the one that keeps you sane. 10% for reward. And most people skip this slot, then wonder why saving feels so pointless. Picture 2 straight years of cutting out every pleasure. Not one trip, not one meal out. Just discipline, discipline, discipline. Then one night, worn to the bone, you blow a whole month's budget on a single impulse. Discipline with no room to breathe turns to resentment. Then it breaks. So this slot exists, not the excuse, the strategy. Like one cheat meal in a long diet. It's what makes the whole plan survivable. Open a separate slot. Call it the one you breathe from. Every month, 10% flows in automatically. Earn 2,000, that's 200. Earn 10,000, that's 1,000. And you don't cheat. You never pull from the other 3. And when you spend it on what you'll remember. A trip, an afternoon by the lake, a gift for someone you love. Not the thing that looks rich, the thing that feels rich. Every dollar you don't put to work is a dollar working for someone else. But this 10%, this is the dollar you let yourself live on. That's why the other 3 slots hold. Somewhere right now, someone just got paid. The same number melts away by the 28th. The same feeling of running and never moving. That someone thinks the problem is not earning enough. That someone doesn't know yet that what they do in the next 60 seconds, split the paycheck 4 ways or let it vanish, decides the next 30 years. The math doesn't care how much you earn. The math just counts who splits first. It's patient. It always was. It just needs someone willing to start today.